There was the Israel Italy, which was probably going to be a decent match on bridge base, and Greece India. Who knows?
Yeah, was the Greece India match even a junior match, or was that something else?
U-26
Okay. Um,
on Love Bridge.
yeah, I mean, I'm on the BBO match. I mean, I figure this is going to be the
Yeah,
big one. Hey, Eric,
yeah.
how are my ribs feeling? Still not great, but it's a little bit better than yesterday. Yesterday, I was just like so dead. So
Mm.
today, I feel a little bit better.
All right. So why don't we go to the? I have no idea.
I have no idea
I was
either. I'm
gonna,
at Kutorsky and Zytak's
yeah,
table. Um,
I was gonna say that one of our kibitzers, it probably only has more kibitzers because it's um, first on the list.
yeah, I think so. Um,
All right, we got a little excitement here already. One no doubled.
I know, dude. One no, it's just like every junior auction.
Uh, was it just like a weak no Trump double off pass? Yeah, exactly what it was.
Yup.
And the first trick was West led the Jack of Clubs from Ace Jack 10 fifth, and dummy one with his King Queen Doubleton.
Yeah. Now
I mean, this honestly is
Dodge.
the kind of auction you could have at an open table too. There's still a few pairs playing 10 to 12 no Trump.
I know it was like the entire mixed U.S. trials was playing a week no Trump, which was crazy to me.
Well, I think 12 to 14 is not really popular anymore, but there's still a few pairs playing 10 to 12 non vulnerable. Anyway, this does not look like it's going to be great for the Israeli team.
No, why is Declare like in the tank so badly here? I mean, okay, they decide to play the Queen.
Uh,
Eric says a Latvia pair plays 9 to 11. Classic. How are all the teams doing? Let me go ahead and pin the website again as usual so that people can let's see. So that people can figure out for themselves how their teams are doing.
well, how is
U26. So China has been kind of the big name. It feels like they've been leading almost the entire time in the U26. I'm not that familiar with the Chinese team, obviously. I mean, I'm not that familiar with most of the teams. Um,
Yeah,
but
I mean, honestly, even the U.S. teams, there's a few players I know on various squads, but far from all of them.
right. Um, but yeah, China, France, and Israel have developed a pretty large lead over the rest of the field. So they look to be the top three seeds. Poland is
In
kind
which
of in the
which event are you
U26.
talking about right now? The 26. Okay,
Yeah.
I
And
think it's in random order on the WBF site, but U31 obviously is the top event. I would think.
what? No, no. No, no. U26 is always the best event. That's the juniors.
Yeah, but U31 is a new event, right?
Right.
Uh,
U31 is new. Yeah. But
yeah, I would
is
just think there's there rate to be more good players under 31 than under 26, right?
yeah, but everyone still considers U26 the premier event. So
Okay.
that's the one that all of the strong players play in. I mean, Donati is playing in the U31 for Italy. But
Yeah, yeah.
that's the only name that I noticed in those events. The other table, East West, got to 2 no Trump on their cards, so looks like there's going
Yeah,
to
so
be
Italy.
a swing.
Italy seems headed for at least a small plus in each room.
Two heart opener on the North cards. Look at that. Both majors weak.
Yeah, that's not my style.
So Declare escapes. Just down one.
Um, yeah. Yeah, really not so bad. So it'll be 5 imps to Italy, I believe.
Yeah,
100 in each room.
but it feels like it could have been a little bit worse. The Ekron two hearts, Eric. You love this?
I mean, it could have been worse, but not easily, right? It looks like East had to jump up with the King of Diamonds to play a spade, which doesn't seem all that obvious a trick to.
Is that true?
Well, once I mean, if you look, once it went a diamond to the small queen and West king, West could cash his clubs, but he was kind of stuck after that. I mean, could he have played diamond diamond and gotten out? Maybe. I don't know what he actually did.
I mean, East pitched a diamond, which I think was the big problem. Like,
Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't.
like,
I see. So West.
I mean, Declare's hand gets squeezed, right? And so,
Yeah, West exited with the king of spades to declare a stiff ace, so it looks like there was some signaling trouble as well.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Declare didn't necessarily play the hand as best they could, but Declare's hand got squeezed, and the defense just
Yeah.
really did not do a very good job on capitalizing. So,
Right.
a spade, pass, pass, a double. Where North South gonna end up? Five clubs?
Uh, yeah, so East will probably take another call, which makes it insta pass. Okay. I was gonna say which might make it a little easier for North South because if he bids hearts, that would make South's choice of calls easier.
Yeah, I mean, it still feels like a three club bid from South.
I mean, yeah, it's what he does, but isn't this often going to miss a good heart fit? Like, if North is 1-4-5-3 instead of the other way around, he might just have nowhere to go.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the three clubs shows values, right? So, like, we're
Yeah.
not that concerned about getting to the wrong part score at teams. We mostly care about just showing that we have extras. So, if partner bids over
Yeah,
three clubs, then we get to bid four hearts and we've showed our hand.
yeah, like then obviously it's great. The danger is when North has a hand that is good enough to make four hearts because we have a fifth there, but just doesn't know where to go because he has, just some 13 count, which I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't bid three clubs. I'm just saying that East bidding hearts would take away, one of North South's options in a way that on this hand they like.
Yeah. Well, West
So
finally decides to show some spade support, but it's a bit too late. So North South found their fit. They get to five
yeah,
clubs.
yeah, I think even if West only had a preemptive raise available, a lot of players might try and no trump.
Yeah,
Or sorry, even if West didn't have a preemptive raise available, rather, you do want to do something when you have four card support.
for sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
It's like it's gonna be pretty good, right? They've got a spade and a heart to lose, but that's basically it. The queen of clubs falling, they can rough all the stuff they need to. I mean, they only need to rough one thing because the ten of hearts is going to be a winner.
Yeah, there's no trouble in 5, and with the diamonds not splitting, there's no real play for 6.
Yeah.
So it looks like a good result for Israel. I mean, I expect this to be duplicated, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. And I am less sure it's going to be duplicated. I think they did pretty well here.
I will try and keep people updated on the scores. This is the last day of the round robin. So after today, the top 8 teams move on to the knockout stage, where they'll be playing one-day matches. I actually don't know how long the matches are going to be, but
I think that's right because it runs until the 17th. So that would be, rounds of 8, 4, and 2.
yep.
Presumably 60 board matches, but who knows?
Eric says 3-day round robin for the World Championship is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, it is just juniors, so, it's definitely a little bit different than, say, the Bermuda Bowl or something. But I kind of feel like this has been a very poorly run tournament overall, both with the effective lack of broadcast, given that we're seeing one match or 2 matches, if you want to look at Love Bridge as well, over the course of the day, and they aren't even showing the premier events. That's kind of silly.
Yeah, I agree with that. I did speak with a parent. Sorry, hang on one second.
Eric says used to be longer. Teams want it to be shorter, which you think is a little bit weird. It does come at a bit of a challenging time, because wasn't there an event that happened just before this? I mean, either way, the NABC is coming up at the end of the month, and so you certainly don't want to be playing like 10 days straight and then go directly into the NABC events. I mean, I think most of the players that are going to be serious competitors in these things will be on pro teams. At least some of them will be on pro teams for the NABC events. And they care a lot more about that engagement than they do like the Junior World Championships, of course. So I think you would rather spend the time on the NABC than on the junior event. So if that was part of the complaint, is that like they don't want it brushing up against the start of the NABC, then I understand that.
Yeah, so the European Open ended about 10 days ago, I think, and then, as you say, the NABC, and shortly after the NABC, it's the World Championships in Denmark, Herning, Denmark, I believe. Yeah, it's they are kind of cramming it into a fairly busy period on the bridge calendar.
Right.
And realistically, the only thing that an extra day of round robin would get you would be 10 board matches instead of 8 board matches, probably something like that. Is it really that big a deal? You're given the size of the event, you're going to want to cut it down to 18 rather than 16 anyway. So, I don't know that you need longer than 1 day matches or longer than this, length of round robin. So, in fact, the Italian pair in the other room did get to 4 hearts and a 4-3.
Yeah, the East-West got in there with the spades, and so North-South had a little bit more difficulty in finding their suits. I mean,
yeah, it's kind of what I was talking about. That South does have a somewhat difficult decision.
I think
it's hard. I think it's harder than you thought it was.
Well, I don't think it was difficult on the hand that we actually held, and I mean, I'm not convinced by South's bid in the other room. on the second round of the auction. They tried two no trump over two spades, which like I I don't know. I'm just not I'm not buying into the fact that we want to show our 10 fourth as opposed to our ace king 10 fifth, especially when we have a hand that's comfortable bidding twice. But there we are.
Well, we don't know what South's plan was if North hadn't doubled three spades, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's true. And maybe South didn't expect the opponents to bid three spades, but. Well, anyway,
Yeah,
on
who
board
knows?
11.
Also, we don't know what Tuno showed, right? So that
I agree.
also
Yeah.
does make a difference.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyway,
if Tuno showed clubs, then I guess there's. That makes sense to me, and then it feels like North did the wrong thing. But.
yeah, that would actually, if it showed specifically clubs, would be great. Show our clubs, pull three clubs to three hearts to show both of them, and let North do whatever he does.
Yep. Yep.
I don't think that is what happened here based on how the auction evolved, but who knows?
Well,
Anyway,
East West are in four spades after another week no trump. South gets
yeah,
off
South
to
has.
a good lead.
Yeah, two clubs presumably was clubs in another. Like, weak no trump penalty double. So North is making a run out here.
Yeah, it's the second
Which he
time
chose
that
not
West has
to.
doubled the week no trump with a 14 count.
Yeah, the other one, West chose not to make his two suited run out, but he had a seven count. I guess he figured one no doubled was probably as good as anything. So good lead by South.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to matter much, but Declare does need to be a little bit careful at this point. Um, you get
And
into
not so
club.
much now that now that he's got a third heart trick, not so much. Now he only needs to rough one diamond, so
Yeah. Sure, I guess
not.
we're. I mean, this is fine.
It is fine, but I'm not sure what the point of it is. I guess. I don't know. I mean, suppose South had started with King Third of Spades.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Declare's plan is to duck a spade here. I mean,
Right.
things can get a little bit complicated if the defense played 3 rounds of diamonds. So like South pitches a club here, then Declare leads a spade, South wins the king, and then 3 rounds of diamonds force dummy, and you can't pull trumps and use the jack of hearts to pitch your fourth diamond. So now you have to embark on a weird cross rough, but you get over roughed in the heart suit. So I mean, like, I think you would go down if South started with king eight third of spades. So this definitely feels like a pretty strange line of play. Although, I mean, maybe the point is that we just always go down if South started with king eight third of spades, so there's no real harm. I do think it makes the
Is that
defense's
true?
life easier.
I don't know that that's true. Can't we just play a diamond at trick three?
Well, so the same thing happens, right?
Does it? Well, let's. So the defense wins and does what? Let's say North hops up and plays a heart, which
No,
seems
no,
like it's
no,
the
no,
best thing for
no.
them.
No, I
Uh,
mean, North just wins and plays 2 more rounds of diamonds, forcing dummy.
yeah, that's okay though.
Is it?
Rough a club, rough a diamond, queen of spades pass to South. That's that.
Oh, I see. So it really is because we roughed a heart. Oh, okay. So then
Yes.
North wins and then plays the third heart, and is this good enough? I mean, it's
Yeah, I think
basically. Hmm.
I don't. Again, I think again though we can. Oh, I see. Now it's outside of King 8 third of spades. We rough nine south pitches, rough a diamond, rough a club, rough a diamond, and now we pass the Queen of Spades and the Eight of Heart Spades is a winner. So is there any way to prevent that?
Yeah, it might be the case that you just always go down if South has King 8 third of spades. But I do think this whole idea of roughing a heart makes things easier for the defense if that was the actual lie of the cards. Whereas, as you say, playing a diamond at trick three or
Uh,
trick four or whatever makes it a little bit harder for the defense to find the right line of play.
well, suppose on that third heart we just pitch our diamond. So South roughs low, which is fine, but he'll only have he'll have two trump tricks that way, right? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So that's not good either.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, well, spades 2-2,
All right.
really nothing to the hand on this one.
Yeah. Another push.
19 count from West. Is this a 2-note opener? I would expect so.
Yeah, certainly is for me if it's available. I don't know if any of these pairs are playing an artificial Tino opening.
I mean, it does look like North South are playing a little bit more of an unusual set of conventions given their weak no trump, so East West might be a bit more down the
Um,
middle.
yeah, and Eric, as far as the double, I don't know. I think given that our hand is not totally suited for two-level offensive playability opposite a completely unknown hand, we sort of have six tricks against one no, right off. So I think double is totally fine. I think if we had kind of more, you know, is in the side suits and fewer queens and jacks, I'd be more inclined to take offensive action. I think either is fine. I just kind of sympathize with West's decision to treat it as a defensive hand against one now.
For sure.
Anyway, a very non-junior auction here.
Yeah. Oh, viewers, how is Craig's volume?
Oh
Just
yeah, we had that problem the other
curious.
day. Doesn't sound okay to you now.
I mean, it sounds fine to me, but I'm wondering how the stream is hearing it because sometimes
Yeah,
the
good
audio
point.
levels are different. But
No complaints yet, so that's probably a good sign. Okay,
he's a
thank you.
little louder than me. Okay, I will turn him down a little bit. There we go.
Well, this is gonna be pretty welcome news for Declare here. Five spade tricks on this kind of layout is nice to see for him.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
that it's going to be a huge problem with every suit quadruple stopped.
hey, Shift.
It's just,
Yeah, good morning.
I think, just a matter of how many over tricks he can take. In the other room, the answer was two. He just lost the two aces.
That does seem pretty likely. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Just play a brown suit now, win whatever return, probably diamond, play the other round suit and claim.
yep. Seems pretty natural to me.
Uh, so
Yeah, so in terms of the standings, I mean, it looks like there's going to be. Well, this is a pretty big match for Italy. They're currently sitting in 10th, and they're about 5 or 6 VPs out of 8th. So if they manage to have a strong showing in this match against Israel, who's already kind of locked as one of the top teams, then Italy might be able to climb their way into the knockout stage. The two US teams
what
look like,
happens?
yeah.
I was like, what happens to teams that don't qualify? I'm sure there is a consolation event. Do we know what the format of that is?
Um, yeah, I have no idea. I assume that there's some sort of consolation, like board a match or something or whatever, similar to what they do in the Bermuda Bowl. Eric says it's BAM. Gotcha.
Nice. So two clubs, presumably Gazilli. West shows his 9 plus, 3 clubs. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe this is how he starts a spade raise, but I would guess 3 clubs at the moment is various hand types.
Yeah, shift is correct. I Teams that don't make it are dead to me. So I will never
Yeah.
I will never care about what happens to them. Currently both US teams are qualifying, but just barely.
Yeah, I didn't look at the entire event. I saw that in the 16s, USA one was leading after day one, but slipped to sixth or seventh. I should say leading after day one. They were leading at some point early in the day yesterday. I don't know if it was the start of the day. I looked around lunchtime, their lunchtime. Yeah, the U-26, both US teams would qualify. 21, USA 1 would qualify. USA 2 has been struggling.
You think I'm quiet versus most of your other streams. I wonder if that's just like the location of the microphone. Like I'm scooted in as close to the desk as possible, but my microphone is, can anyone see? It's like
Oof.
pretty far away from me. I mean, if I hold my microphone up like this, does that make things a lot better? Or
That all of a sudden for me was quite loud.
that's very loud? Okay. Yeah, so I think it's just like the location of my microphone. Like I try and put it as close to me as possible, but I I mean, like, I think it's really difficult with the desk as is to get it much closer. I can try and put it like here. This is about as close as it will get without falling off the desk. Brad says the New Zealand team didn't even make it through the sign up process for the event. That's pretty disappointing for you guys.
So what was the qualification process? Is it similar to Bermuda Bowl where it's zonal, or can any NCBO send a team?
I don't know.
And I would think they want as many teams as possible to be able to play, but I don't actually know either.
Hmm.
I think that's especially for the 21s and 16s as much social and get excited about bridge event as an actual bridge event. 8 teams from Europe qualify, so there's some European trials along the lines of what they do for the Bermuda Bowl, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like running this event more like the Olympiad or whatever they call that now, where every country can send one team, would be a better way to run the juniors, but you know, that might get a little unwieldy. Oh, I see. That makes sense too. That some regions don't send all the teams that they potentially could. Like South America, I think, has a couple of teams here, but it's not super robustly represented.
Yeah, I did notice that China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, um, and Japan all have sent teams. So
Did I even see there was a Singapore team in some event, or am I thinking of something else?
yeah, actually, I think I might have seen a Singapore team as well. So yeah,
Yep, there's a Singapore 26 women's, which makes sense, right? Because I mean, we're talking about largely fairly wealthy countries, like Hong Kong, Thailand sent a team, and obviously a little less so, but you'd expect that Singapore's bridge organization is well funded. I think that's what it comes down to for a lot of this, right? Without sponsorship, if the national organization can't afford to send a whole squad to Italy for a week, which is not a cheap undertaking, it's very difficult.
yeah, I mean, I think I read somewhere that the U.S. BF or whatever, whoever runs the thing for the U.S. organization funded 8 teams, but we obviously have 10 teams that are here
Uh,
participating. So I wonder which 2 got kind of cut from the funding.
yeah, that's weird. I have no reason to doubt it, but that seems really strange. I mean, I wonder if it's possible that the USBF sponsors aid, and one of the ACBL funds takes on the responsibility of the other two, something like that. Because I can't imagine that two teams are paying their own way.
Hmm.
Oh, there's a bridge winners post asking for donations. Good lord, that's insane. Having a fake sale.
2-0 by
All right, so
East. Love
yeah,
it.
you love it, right?
Oh, it's so good. I mean, I'm not sure that I would be happy about opening 2-0 Trump with this hand. I don't know. I mean, God, uh, like, this
So
doesn't feel like an otherwise suitable hand for 2-0. I'm trying to, because I like making 1-0 bids with singletons, but 2-0 is a little bit
well,
different.
with Singleton, Ace is totally fine. Singleton King, it's okay. Singleton Jack, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, just like the hand is so pure for all of the other suits. Like, I kind of just want to open a club and hear partner rebid a major. Um, like, I don't want to open 2
Yeah,
no and have partner have like a 4 count with a 4 or 5 card major and just like pass.
right, I mean, that's for sure, right? But I think, just like sort of as a kind of to back it up to a more like concept level instead of this actual hand level, like when you're deciding whether to distort your shape, you sort of look at your hand and you should be saying, okay, well, if I just do the normal thing, what bad thing happens to me that I want to avoid? And opening 2 no Trump avoids it. And the answer here is kind of nothing. Like partner bids a diamond, you jump shift in a major. Partner bids a spade, you splinter. Partner bids a no Trump, you just raise to 3 no Trump. Like there's no bad auction that follows from opening a club, including one club all pass. We have King Queen fourth, a singleton, and Ace King. Or, partner has a Yarborough and passes on even a small doubleton club. We probably go plus. So there's no there's no bad consequences to the auction going wrong after opening a club, which would be the reason to distort your hand and open 2 no Trump.
Right. Um, huh, but
All right, thank you, Chef. And by the way, I hate South 3 diamond bid.
you just want to defend 3-0 with the south hand.
I mean, I want to defend 3 no if we can, and who knows what happens. And I guess if it goes transfer to hearts, and they end up in 4 hearts, like maybe maybe we'll wish we had found a 5 diamond save, but it's equal white. I would like this much more white red.
Sure, sure. Yeah. I think that's pretty sensible. And, since we're always on lead, we don't really care about directing the lead for partner. Um,
Right, 3 diamonds is purely to find a save, and why are we so sure that that's what we want on a hand like this?
yeah, these 3 diamond bids are a little bit better. I mean, for one, if you have more distribution, but two, if you're missing the ace of your suit. Um,
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
well,
here where we have any number of no trump potentially beaten on our hand at trick one.
yeah, I mean, I don't understand this redouble. I don't know what East is thinking about. I don't care what 4 diamonds means. That's just the bid. Um, so I would do that.
Yeah, and I think North is obviously trying to show a diamond card. Whether or not South is going to realize this, I'm not totally sure. Like
Okay.
no one at the no one at any level of the game, like probably below the absolute top experts, actually talked about this auction. Right? It's not like they have some amazing agreement here. North just looked at his diamond queen and found the blue card.
Yeah, dude, man, the other table,
Yeah, I saw the contract, not the auction.
it doesn't get better when you look at the auction. I mean, What?
What?
Wait. No, 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 no. Wait,
Oh
what?
my god! All right,
What? No, hold on. Guys,
that can't.
please. You can't make me laugh. This it hurts too much to laugh. I can't. There's this I I also hope this is what happened. This they just let us fade.
Uh, what?
Okay, now hold on. Um because remember, they went down 4 doubled in the other room. So how bad is this actually? Uh I guess
Well, here I
Declare's
think
making 2
South is.
tricks.
Yeah, I think South is going. I was going to say South is going to take a spade and a diamond, and that is going to be it for down seven. Is that 2,000?
Uh
No, only 1,700.
yeah, 1700. Brad, it can't be a quiet lose 11. You told me what quiet means. Quiet means undoubled. Undoubled. This is doubled. It can't be quiet anymore. This is very loud.
So, I mean, obviously the rails totally came off North South
Wait.
auction. I don't.
Oh, Declare needed to duck a heart so that they could use the Diamond Queen entry to try and. Okay. Yeah. Good try, by. I was like, why not cross to the Diamond Queen and try and rough with the spade? Nope. Nothing they could do.
So I just don't understand what happened here because South bid three spades and fine. He didn't understand the redouble. Like totally normal. But North insta passed the double, I think, presumably thinking that South would re-rescue himself. And he was so confident that they were on the same page about that redouble. Like, at least give it, a 15-second look and, figure out if maybe you shouldn't have quite as much confidence in your partnership being on the same wavelength here.
Maybe they thought 3 diamonds was one major. Is it possible they played two
That's
diamonds over a
that's
no
very
trump as one
possible.
major? And
And they just thought that it would be analogous here. Yeah, probably. But then again, why is North redoubling, right? Just pass, South has some suit that's not diamonds, he'll bid it.
this is so funny.
Yeah, I mean, this is the junior action we came here for.
It is. All right, 14
All
ups.
right, great
Well,
success.
Italy is getting their job done. So is that score recorded in the tally so far? Not quite yet. They're still sitting in 10th. But a large
It will be
contingent of
very
teams
shortly.
that are
Yeah.
fighting for these last few spots. So, I mean, it looks like France, China, Israel, and Poland are pretty well locked up. I mean, there's still the full day to play, so things could change, but those teams are well ahead of the cutoff. And then we have both USA teams, Netherlands, England, Sweden, and Italy, fighting for. So that's 6 teams that are fighting for 4 spots. Gazilli. A spade, a no trump, 2 clubs, 2. Wait, no alert on 2 clubs. Are they not
Yeah, I
playing
think
Gazilli?
just two clubs.
Hmm. Also, important question then. I mean, is South supposed to bid 2 clubs with this hand?
I think so.
So, does that mean you would raise 2 spades to 3 here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking the South is almost certainly going to take another call. Your hand is very suitable for a club contract, right? Give partner like A6 of clubs and out, and we're in the running to make 5 clubs and give him, a fine. Like 2 aces would be a lot, and 2 of the right aces even more to ask. But wouldn't we often or often at least be able to make a club slam on hands where we're getting past in 2 spades?
Sure. Um, Schiff says that 5 to 10% of hands he bids a lot like you, Craig.
Excellent. Yeah. I mean,
That's a
Again,
good
like
running average.
if partner bids two of a red suit over two clubs, we bid two spades, and now we're really happy about how the auction went. We've shown our hand really well.
Why did he play the ace of hearts at trick one? West can't have a
West gonna have his
singleton because South would have rebid two hearts, not two clubs. So hearts have to
yes,
be
that is it.
5-3-3-2 around the table. So because East has no entry, East should have stuck in the jack.
Yeah, yeah, good point.
Well, Declare misguessed the clubs, so it didn't matter. I guess the hearts were probably not going anywhere anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like sort of misguessed the clubs, but you have to play it that way, right? You need the extra entry spades toward your hand. You can't take a club finesse the other way anyway, really, all that profitably, right? So I guess club play is totally natural.
Why do you need the extra entry? I mean, running the ten of spades and playing low to the king, low to the queen are effectively the same.
Yeah, but the problem is if you play a club to the ace, now you can only take one black suit finesse ever.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Queen of spades holds.
So this will be fine. The losing imp for 110 versus the 140 made at the other table, but no big deal.
Yep.
14 times more effective than the previous auction.
Yeah. I mean, still shutting out the team though. So let's see. If I
Yeah.
refresh the standings, Italy's 20 imps are in, and they're still sitting in 10th, but the gap has closed a little bit. Now they're only 3 VPs back from the 8th place spot, which is currently England.
Are they really showing? So I know you sent me the schedule earlier. They're really showing India under 26. Yeah, Greece, India under 26. The 17th and 20th place teams in the group. And, I get it. Like, let's put everyone on view graph and, make them feel like big shots. But, it's doing the viewing public a disservice. And, it's kind of doing the players a disservice too, right? If they're having a rough tournament, do they really want the world to be seeing it? I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is actually kind of part of the problem with why they're not doing a good job broadcasting this is that they don't want the younger players to be subjected to like public humiliation. Um,
Right.
which like okay, I mean, I kind of understand, but I also think that like if you're trying to grow the game, which like everyone said, like everyone keeps talking about like how do we grow the game? Well, you have to broadcast it. You have to want
Right.
people to watch the game. And um and so like players who compete in these events, I mean, this isn't like kids who are showing up to like the local club to play in a game. Like you wouldn't want to broadcast them all over the internet. But people who show up to play in something that is called a world championship, you there has to be some sort of understanding of consent for showing off you playing. So
Yeah. And, like, forget like, in a year, like 20 minutes after the match ends, no one's going to remember. Like, fine, we'll remember the 1700, but like, the world isn't going to remember that you made some defensive error on some stupid hand, right? No one cares.
no, but I think there is a lot
Anyway,
of I think this is a huge problem that I had in general with the bridge community is that like if you do something wrong, people effectively like just start spreading rumors about how terrible you are, and so
right.
like it is kind of a problem to make errors in recorded events because
Yeah.
people will
No,
like pass on or spread rumors about you. But
yeah, like partnerships breaking off because, you remember like everyone does dumb stuff all the time and you remember all the dumb stuff your partner did, and when they do good stuff, well, of course they did good stuff, like, not making an error is not notable.
Yeah, which I think is kind of a bad attitude to have, but that's just me.
Everyone has it. Anyway, the opponent, or the East West pair, got into a normal looking two spade contract here. Another flat contract. Let's see if they can push the result here on the last board.
Yeah. Eric, your coach got a call asking what were you doing? So you made a junior style 3 heart opener, and then you opened a no trump, which was clearly correct with a small singleton, and you got berated for your bidding decisions. That sounds pretty terrible. You should get a new coach.
For what it's worth, I did speak with one parent who's there who, before the event, the WBF had informed the teams. I'm not sure exactly what they said, but basically, we have a real operator shortage. So there's not going to be a lot of view graphs, so it's not like this was a surprise to the players. Basically, possibly a surprise to the viewing public.
Yeah, for sure.
Feels like they're on their way to a win one, right? What?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
Your coach was laughing at it about someone complaining about the junior play. I mean, yeah, like this is the problem that people are just like, oh, instead of being like excited and happy about athletes competing for our country, we should just nitpick about every decision that they make and try and make them feel bad for doing things wrong. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's not really my style. Okay, Italy wins 22-0. Huge result for them.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the standings currently. So, this is what we got. France has overtaken China for the lead. Have those teams played against each other? Have France and China played? I would be curious. Still a few boards to go in these matches, it looks like. But yeah, Italy's sitting down in 10th.
So bad.
Bit of a gap between them and Hong Kong, China, who's sitting in 11th. But, I mean, a lot of these teams still have the possibility of making it, like even down to Canada. Canada's like one match out of 8th place right now, even though they're in 18th.
France and China have not played each other yet.
Oh, they haven't. Wow. Okay, so that could be
you can.
Big match.
There's a cross table from the launch page.
Right. But yeah, so Israel with their loss to Italy, they've kind of slipped back into Poland's section, who is well ahead of USA 1, sitting in 5th. Netherlands has moved up into 6th. Currently, they're tied with China in their match, so doesn't look like China has necessarily dominated against the top teams. They've just maybe had a little bit of a better draw so far. But yeah, USA 2 down here, England, and then of course Sweden and Italy all fighting for these spots. The US teams have who on them? So this is USA 1.
Two pretty good teams. Yeah.
Finn Klesnik is playing with I don't know. It's either Who or Zoo. One of the Michaels. And what I noticed, because I think we saw them the other day, or at least I might have turned it on when the USA team was on VuGraph. Whoever Finn Klesnik is playing with is unbelievably slow and has some weird ideas about bidding. I'll put it that way. I'm trying to be nice. But I mean, this was like the slowest that I have ever seen anyone ever play by a lot. Like the juniors play fast, and this one player was taking up like 90% of the time for the round, which was crazy. But Finn's a very fast player, so
Yeah.
that's USA 1, and USA 2 is this team. Um, I think the Zhao brothers, I assume brothers, um, are two people that I think Ron Smith was telling me he was very impressed with because he had played against. It's hard for me to say. There's a lot of like Asian Americans that are playing on like all of our
Hmm.
teams nowadays, and Ron told me that he was very impressed with a lot of them. But I think he was specifically talking about these guys when I asked him who some of the good juniors were. Um, but yeah, so that's USA 2 for U26. You saw Brent Zhao's name in something I covered. Really? I wonder what that was. I mean, but I believe you. So yeah, it does look like there is a bit of separation in the standings, but of course, things are still very close, even amongst most of the top teams. I mean, Brazil and India are struggling, but well,
Yeah, there really is a huge gap between you know, even the Canadians who are well out of contention and those two.
yeah. I guess the next round starts up in like 5 minutes or something. Is that what's on the schedule? No, 25 minutes.
Um,
Okay.
oh wow, really? That seems like a very long time control. Like would have thought 8 boards behind screens. I guess actually, or 8 boards behind screens, like 8.5 to 9 minutes a board is 70 minutes and a 10 minute break. They just played pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think the U.S. junior trials were not broadcast, right? Or were they?
I don't remember. I think the junior trials are often at the like December time, December, January. I feel like I recall people mentioning them at the time, but I didn't cover any of the junior trials as far as I recall.
Are they? So they used to do it during the summer NEBC, since that was a time that all the juniors had, at least in theory, minimal responsibilities for other stuff.
Hmm. I don't
In
know.
fact,
I
there's
feel like a couple of years ago I covered the junior trials, and it was during like December, January. Um, so maybe that's the new time of year that they've started doing it, but I don't remember. I guess we could look at the USBF site and see when it took place.
yeah, I mean, it would not surprise me if they had changed it, in the 27 years since I was last a junior.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they do it online now, also scheduling a lot more flexible.
Oh, is it online? Interesting.
I think so, right? Because one problem with building a junior community is going to bridge tournaments is prohibitively expensive for a lot of families. So anything they can do to mitigate that is really important for the junior program, and I think that's one way that they've um, that they've gotten around that.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Um,
I'm not 100% sure, but again, I think one of the not one of the parents, but one of the people involved with the junior program told me that it was an online trials.
aha.
I think.
I felt like they were using Lovebridge tablets in the past, but maybe that was just a one-time thing.
I don't know, and I think if you'll remember, I'll leave names out of it, but a few years ago, possibly it was during COVID, that might have changed it. But there was a scandal when it was believed that a parent of a junior was coaching them, during the event.
Yes. Um, was there a conclusion to that, or is it still just
I mean,
allegations?
I certainly formed a conclusion.
Okay, yeah, because I felt
I, I don't believe so, but it was pretty obvious from the difference in play between proctored and unproctored sessions.
sure, yeah. Um, so
Yeah, I mean, it is, I guess, really impossible to prove, but it is shocking to me that those people were, not exiled from the expert bridge community because that's really disgusting.
and still continue to be actively involved in junior bridge to this day. Yeah. Um,
Yes,
which is kind of
I
crazy.
think I thought that I thought that less so, but possibly less so because the kids are no longer juniors.
Oh, I found the one event where Poland is not like handily qualifying. It's the U21. But Poland is dominating this event. They're leading the women's by like almost close to a full match. And they're leading the U16,
Poland.
um, not by quite a full match. They're in fourth in the juniors. Um,
Yeah, and the top six teams in the under 16 are all within, a little over half a match of each other. And then there's a steep drop off to seventh place.
yeah, and they're currently sitting third in the U31. But yeah, in the U21, Poland is struggling. They used up all their talent for the other events, I guess.
Yeah, they're still in qualifying contention, right? I don't know, like 5 victory points behind.
Yeah. Yeah, but it does look like they're probably one of the strongest countries so far, performance wise. Let's see, how's France doing? France is sitting first in the U26. They're eighth in the
So, Eric,
U21.
when you say they have a strong junior system, do you know what they do um, to promote junior bridge, and make them better? Like, is it mentorship? Do they have, just more junior events? Like, what is Poland doing right to be so strong at all these different junior levels?
They're sending all of their best players to Switzerland. I don't know.
Well, sure, but presumably most countries are sending their best juniors, right? They possibly something they're doing to make those juniors more effective at the table.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Man,
I think
22 nothing.
The U.S. tries to do some mentorship, but I don't know how effective it is really.
I've heard that people really enjoyed the whatever the last junior training camp was. Um, so I don't know if that's been a regular thing. I mean, I certainly never went to a junior training camp at all. Um,
Yeah.
but
I went to one. It was fun.
okay. So I don't, I mean, I'm kind of hearing this like third hand info from people who say it might have been from Kevin Rosenberg or someone. And I think he was one of like the trainers at the camp. But they liked the exercises, they liked the coaches, they liked just kind of the atmosphere, and supposedly a lot of them like improved over the course of the week or whatever it was. So that's cool. But yeah, I mean, if Eric's saying they teach bridge in schools in Poland, like that's not really something they do in the US. Like we had a bridge club in our high school, but I went to a very strange high school. So most
Yeah,
schools in the
you went to
US do
TJ,
not
right?
have that. Yeah, I went to TJ.
Yeah, and in fact, so one of Franco's kids is going to Divus next year. For the Europeans, these are magnet schools for math and science.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't think Stuyvesant has a bridge club, but Hunter College High School, which was a more generalist, public magnet school, a school requiring an admissions test, did have a bridge club. At least it did, 35, 40 years ago. I don't know if it still does. And, there are people who I'm friends with now who are still friends with their Hunter College Bridge Club buddies. I mean, partly because everyone settled in New York City, of course.
Sure.
A New York City school. But yeah, as you say, not common. I didn't start playing bridge until college. My college did not have a bridge club. It was just a few friends who knew how to play who would throw cards around sitting on the lawn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's all these talks about like bridge and school programs, but I'm not sure. It would be interesting
Yeah.
to see what Poland is doing differently to um, kind of make it more fun, right? Because like that's an important part of the
Hmm.
the attractiveness
Yeah.
when you're a kid is that like it needs to be a fun game, um, as
Right.
opposed to just like here's something that you can do with your grandma when you go visit them. So I don't know. I'm trying to think back when I first got into chess. We had ice cream, you know? Like maybe just give all the kids ice cream. I don't know if that's a good idea, but um, that was probably one of the
I mean, I
reasons I
think
got into chess was that there was ice cream at the club.
delicious frosty treats. Yeah, I mean, I think that is really important, right? Making sure that junior bridge is at least as social as it is competitive. Like, yeah, of course, competition, but if it's only a competition, then where's the fun? Like, if you go to the chess club and play some chess and have some ice cream, and there's a bunch of people there who you're friends with anyway, then it's a very different thing for a 12-year-old than, like going to some tournament where you're just sitting in a cavernous room, not speaking to anyone.
Yeah, definitely. Um,
I think like that was one thing the junior camps I think did really well is, you know, making sure that it was at least as much a social event as a bridge event.
mhm.
Like not all, most of these people probably will keep playing bridge, but like most of them aren't going to become top experts, right? Very few people do. So, making sure that the people who that the organizations also make sure to take care of the needs of the people who are never going to be spin gold winners is really important. Like that's the real feature of bridge, not the Joe Grus and people like that.
For sure. I mean, this has always been the way of like competitive type games that like the allure of becoming famous by playing a game attracts a lot of people to play, and most of them are not going to be competitive at high
Right.
levels because like they just don't have the talent, they don't have the work ethic for one reason or another. They just don't make it to the upper echelons of playing these games, but they're still like excited about it, and like once you put in this investment to get to the point that um, that like they learn to play the game and they can follow like professional scenes in the game, then like you have them hooked and then they'll just like continue investing into the game for the rest of their life. So like that's the kind of
Mhm.
person that you want to be recruiting as an organization if you're making this into a business, which like the ACBL is. Um, so you don't want to necessarily invest into top level pro players because there's not going to be a lot of those that you get to recruit, and those
Right.
people will already have their. I mean, currently with the market as is, like they have their sponsors, so they're going to be around regardless because like this is a job for them. But you kind of need the pro players to exist, because you want to show that off as like, this is what you could become, and
Mhm.
illustrate to people who are like just coming into the scene that like, hey, you could do this too. I mean, even though like it's not true for 99.9% of them, like you want them to have that like sparkle of hope, because that's what gets people like invested into trying to learn and trying to play better and improve, and purchase books and courses and lessons and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean there
Yeah,
needs to.
and patronize the national organization, which is necessary for it to survive for the players at every level.
Yeah, definitely. So like what's the most important there? It's gonna be, wait, what the hell is this? Round 50. Did I click
Mm.
on the wrong round or something? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I what? Oh, they haven't updated this stupid site. Oh my god. I was looking at the round 15 matchups because there are some big ones happening. France against England. Um, so England current, well, I don't actually recall where England is because this website hasn't updated. But France against England is going to be a big one. See if England can remain in contention. Israel against Poland will be a key matchup to watch, maybe for the knockout stage implications later. Um, but yeah, USA teams are going to need to really pick up some ground to cement themselves. They're playing up against Argentina and Thailand. Um,
Yeah, what a look at that spread between fifth and ninth.
yeah,
3.5 victory points.
yeah, exactly. But anyway, so this is the um, current standings. So France sitting in first, barely over China. They're playing up against England in the next match. Of course, we don't get to see this because that's not what we're doing. We're not
No, I'm
watching
sure there's a 17th place team somewhere that we can give it if we want to.
yeah, it's what is it? Greece against India is the matchup. I mean, this is the one that.
I thought that was for the round we just watched. Actually,
Oh, it
let me
could
take
have
a look
been.
here.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
Our options are USA 2, Indonesia under 31, and Norway, Japan under 26 women.
Let's watch USA 2. We'll see if my boy Arjun is playing. I know he's on the team.
Argent. How is that possible?
How is what possible?
How is it possible that Argent is still under 31?
I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of the numbers for age are just a suggestion for these things. Because I know Kaplan was like
Uh,
27 or something, and he was playing on the U26 team recently.
well, I think that was because I think they had some, COVID postponement policy. He was part of that.
Yeah, so maybe Arjun has just
Yeah,
been redshirted. You never know.
I would have thought even, that he had missed more than one cycle. And also, like, we're 5 years past COVID. I think there was probably an exemption for people who were supposed to be on teams in 20 and 21 got canceled, but it's a long time ago all of a sudden. But yeah, like, I'm sure some of these people, it's like, the Nicaraguan players in the Little League World Series over there, like 30.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
So I'd love to see Arjun play, and I'd be interested to see Chris Welland play. Roy and Crystal's son.
yeah, we'll check that out. Wait, where was Indonesia? Hold on. Indonesia was 19. Oh my god, dude, come on. No. Why is this the match that
Yeah.
we're watching? It's USA 2's
Uh,
in 15th in U31 and Indonesia's second to last in 19th. This
Yeah, just ridiculous.
This is not going to be the best played match that we've seen all day, but
Uh, yeah, USA 2, I'm sure, is a decent team, but obviously they're having some problems this event.
it's always tough and a little bit random in the juniors. I mean, sometimes you just go for 1700,
Right.
but just sometimes you get to like the 6 level in a 4-3 fit and everything happens to work. And so you win 11. There's just a lot more swinging that
Yeah.
happens naturally based on like junior bidding decisions in general.
Yeah, definitely. Variance is much more of a factor in these events than in the.
Yeah.
Is this the second running of the under 31s? I feel like they might have had it once before.
It's definitely happened before because I've seen this event in the past. Um,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
certainly relatively new.
Yeah, I don't know when it was first introduced. I suspect I was never eligible to play for under 31, but I'm not confident of that.
Uh, let's see. So that would have had to be pre-COVID. I don't think the event has existed then.
Yeah.
No, and actually, I have no idea what the history of the event is, like why someone all of a sudden decided they needed a third junior tier.
Well, it's like a fifth, right? I mean, there are 5 categories here. There's U26,
Oh, right,
U21,
621. Yeah,
women's, U16, which also didn't exist, and now
16 is
U31.
relatively new as well. Yeah.
Um, I suspect actually in order that these things have been posted on the World Bridge site, that's the order they were added, probably. So U26,
Oh,
then
that makes a lot of sense.
U21, then
Yeah.
women, then U16, then youth, because it's just someone was like having a, um, like a queue data structure, and they just like kept amending to the end of it. Um, so yeah, it does look like these are all relatively newer categories at the end.
Yeah.
4 minutes to
Yeah,
go
that would.
until game time.
Yeah, you've sort of prep the tables, but nothing's up yet.
Yeah, it's is Love Bridge actually working? Because we had some problems a couple of days ago when they were trying to get this event running. That they just spawned a bunch of like tables, but nothing ever happened from it, and so then they just had this like giant garbage dump of like tables that had been spawned with no
Nice.
action.
And I think, I guess not until. Oh, I was gonna say actually, it's 10:15 in Western Europe now. Uh, say, oh no, sorry. I think starting at 10 your time. There's an alter OCBL because our team, uh, and it was playing, but I'm only in for a couple matches on Wednesday.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, 30s is not old in bridge terms, but it's still kind of a weird cohort because at that age, there's only really a couple of kinds of players who can come, like full time professionals who have no other job, and um, I guess like people who either are so serious about it they're willing to spend a week's vacation, or like teachers who have the summer off. But like normal 30-year-old grown-ups can't just knock off for a week to go to Italy to play in the U31.
Right, right.
Like you just have some job, like I guess you could burn a week of your vacation time on it, but you know plenty of people are probably not going to be able to.
Hmm.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I wonder if the U31 was the cohort that didn't sponsorship, like figuring, at that age, they're supposed to have jobs and pay their own way, where the juniors are not.
Hmm. I think that's what they said about the thread on bridge winners, that it was for the U31 teams.
Yeah, that would make sense. Certainly if we're going to prioritize who gets funding, it's not going to be the people who are full grown up.
Hmm.
Like even the U26s, you'd expect a lot of them are, grad students, or if they are working early enough in their career that the finances are a challenge. And some of those are just going to be straight up college students, right? The
Yeah.
U21s, you know, probably have some overlap with the people who are playing in the U26s.
Right. 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 Hello, Norm. Yeah, I'm live at 5 a.m. I've been on a weird sleep schedule, mostly because I'm dying. So,
Yeah. Yep. Uh, I am actually in Europe at the moment, so this is not a challenge for me to be up here for another week, and then back to the U.S. on Sunday, where I'll be hanging out in New York for a few days, and then off to Philadelphia for the NBC,
yeah,
where hopefully I'll
nice. Good
see
luck.
some of you. Thank you. We are gonna need it.
Is it that bad?
No, I'm playing with Michael and the LMs, and we'll have a chance to qualify, but I think we're probably a favorite to make day two and an underdog to make day three.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's you, right? Um, although I guess you could do both, but if you do both, you're almost a full-time bridge professional, and possibly knocking off for a week to go to Italy is bad for your income. Like, there's no prestige to winning the under 31s if you're because if you win, you're supposed to, and if you don't win, it looks really bad.
Norm, thanks so much for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Welcome back to the lounge. Yeah, I mean, if you're playing on the open team, like I think it just depends on like your bridge playing schedule. Where it's like, if you can do this, you probably do, because there's like some good networking that happens at these junior events. I mean, I know for a fact that a lot of juniors go and play, and that's how they end up. Hold on, let me see who's playing at the other table. Okay, we have to make a choice. We can watch my boy Arjun, or we can watch your boy Chris. Um,
Yeah, let's watch Arjun.
all right, let's do it. Um, am I chronically unwell? My best guess is that I have like severely pulled a muscle in like my chest, which apparently helps with this muscle helps with breathing, sneezing, burping, any sort
Oh
of
wait, so
like chest thing, and it is like it hurts so much.
wait,
So
is it confirmed as a muscle strain?
no, but
Oh,
that's
it probably is though.
yeah, that's probably what it is. So
Yeah, it's what it sounded like to me. And like, who knows? You just like twist yourself funny standing up from your chair, and a day later realize that that you've done something terrible.
yeah, I
Like there,
suppose I
there
still
didn't
don't.
have to be there didn't have to be an obvious cause.
Yeah, but mm, it is it is not pleasant. So
Imagine not. So meanwhile, Wes has made sort of his best lead, although now Declare is going to be able to pick up three spade tricks fairly easily.
yeah, three spades, two diamonds, a
Yeah,
heart,
he
and at
can play
least
the
two clubs. clubs.
And I can play the clubs for three tricks. I don't know whether he will or not. He knows West has spade length. He knows he has diamond length, but he doesn't know who has red suit, who has round suit length. Maybe East is a little more likely to have club length, right? Because if West has long spades, short diamonds, medium length hearts, it doesn't leave a lot of length for clubs. West could be like 5-3-2-3 or something. I guess actually, yeah. So once he knows that West has seven cards in the pointed suits, what does that tell him about the clubs? Like I think he's 100% sure about the five spades. He's reasonably sure about at least two. He's sure about two diamonds, so at least two diamonds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it feels pretty natural to just play spade to the 10 right now and figure out
Mm-hmm.
what's going on in that suit. Maybe East will have to make some discards and you get more information. Um, I guess you could play a club to the 9. All right, spade to the 10.
I mean, he's still probably was gonna say probably pitch a diamond, but the heart's fine.
Pretty sure yeah, cashing the queen of spades is good. Force another discard. And then we have to decide what to do in the club suit. I think East has to pitch a diamond, and that probably gives enough away to declare. King of clubs club after that. Oh, East pitches a heart. That is a crazy discard. But it looks like declare has read it anyway.
Yeah, I think the second heart pitch gives a lot away, right? If you know that East doesn't want to pitch from either minor, there can only be so many reasons why that would be the case.
Sure.
Yeah, Eric Santa was like in so much pain on Wednesday from a leg cramp for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I just woke up and my leg was kind of walking around a lot, but I walk around a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Being old
All right, well,
sucks.
yeah. Meanwhile, Declare, I was gonna say, can he make an overtrick here? I guess not. He has no. Actually, he could, right? I don't think he will, but he does have the possibility of scoring an extra heart trick here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, declare could lead the queen of hearts, and when it gets covered, he could duck, and then that would give him all of the communication to cash all of his pointed suit winners and cross to the ace of clubs to take a heart finesse later. But king of spades, pitch a club, heart over to the ace, jack of diamonds. East is getting kind of show up squeezed on this track. I mean, East will. If East had an extra heart in hand, then East would be squeezed down to a singleton heart, having to retain the queen jack of clubs. So, but here West is just going to hold on to his two major suit winners: king of hearts, five of spades. All right, 3-0 making 3. Feels like a good start for Indonesia.
Yeah, the 25 highs is normal to get there, and plays okay. But yeah, the did go fairly well for them with that opening spade lead, and then guessing the clubs.
Yep. But could easily be a push. Next board, 13 count for East. Gets to open a diamond. We'll we'll see if South comes in with 2 clubs. You never really know in the
Eh.
junior events.
I mean, it's a little scary, but it does preempt hearts. Your hand is pretty good. Like, yeah, things could get out of control, but um, your texture is very good for having to play at the shoe level if the opponents know you. I don't know. Would you pass or would you bid? I think I'm inclined to bid, as scary as it looks.
Really? No, I would pass.
I wouldn't bid over a heart unless I doubled, but over a diamond, the preemptive value of 2 clubs is worth considering, I think.
Well, South is considering. Thinking about coming in here. Unfavorable. 5 card.
Yeah, 1 spade also possible.
Okay.
I hate 2 spades.
Man, North bid 2 spades?
I hate it. Like, I think it's
That's
really
not the bid.
no.
I mean, unless your partner promises 4 for the overcall, which maybe they do.
I think he just looked at the vulnerability and said, "I have 5 points and don't want to play at the 3 level." Yeah, like now North has to bid 3 spades. Now North has to bid 3 spades.
I'm sorry, dude. I am back on the previous hand and looking at the play in 3 no trump down 2 in the other
Ooh.
room.
All right, let's take a look here. So, same spade lead, heart return.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, anyway, as you were saying, North has to bid 3 spades. I mean, it's a mixed raise, right? Like, that's what North has. I actually don't hate just bidding 4 spades over 1 spade with the
Yeah.
North cards. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, did
same.
you say that earlier?
I didn't, but yes, I think I would rank them 3, 4, and no third choice,
Well, you would probably make a mixed
or
raise,
3 diamonds if you could make a mixed
Yeah,
raise.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I maybe red white. You just don't want to be playing 3 spades to pure preempt because it keeps yourself out of trouble if it's not available. Yeah, like what is going on here? So North tanked and bid, North tank passed when he should have bid 3 spades like a shot, and now South has reopened with a double, which is not clear as penalty. And come on, like partner thinks for 20 minutes and then you reopen the South hand. It's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I know. Well, I think South just expected that this was penalty. Um,
I I mean, is it though?
well, I'm not sure, but like, I mean, the opponents are screwed. Like, you know that as South. Um,
Yeah, and I guess if it's a pure penalty double, then the length of partner's tank is irrelevant because you have a clear penalty double of clubs. But I don't know. If I were East West here, I would not be happy.
well, I would be thrilled that we're not playing in 3 clubs, doubled or undoubled. I would be very excited about
Oh,
that.
I'd be happy. I'd be happy now. I wouldn't be happy when South pulled out that double.
No, certainly not. But yeah, I mean, what do we not do at Imps? We don't compete for part scores, right? So why is West balancing 3 clubs? I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not the bid, but we're here now.
No. I think, you say that a lot. I think I would, for me, I would amend that to don't compete for part scores unless we're pretty sure plus. Like at match points, we compete for a small minus. At imps, that's not what we do. But if we think we have a plus, you have to compete.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like, I would say you don't have to because we're probably going plus on defense. but like it's fine if you think
Yeah,
that
sure.
like if you're just going plus in a contract, then like it's okay to bid that contract. There's nothing wrong with doing that at imps. Um,
Right.
but yeah, I mean, like most of the time, you're not really convinced that you're going plus.
Right. Then the West hand is, a crappy hand with no fit and okay defense. Like, yeah, probably two spades, but no reason to think it's not our best spot anyway.
Yep.
Anyway, this is probably going to be a normal contract at most tables. Obviously, this auction to get to it was unlikely to be duplicated.
Yeah. Now, can they beat this?
Mm, well, they're almost certainly going to take two more spade tricks.
Yeah, but that might be it
And they
now.
get a yeah, and Declare's spots are strong enough that he could just cross roughs might be enough. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess like can he over rough a club with a jack and then place and another? No, because I think that Jack of Hearts might might end up being Declare's ninth trick.
Yep. Now, does it matter if Declare runs this around to East Queen? Um. So if he
I
scores the club queen and then a diamond comes back, East gets two spade tricks, right? So
Yeah.
Declare does need to rough this. Now the Jack of Hearts cashes, and that should be enough.
Yeah, rough a red thing low, rough a club high. Yeah. Well, wait a second. No, I think he's down, right? So he roughs this, roughs a club, East over us, plays ace and another spade, and now declares out of trumps, and he has a loser, whichever hand he wins the last trick in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Looks like three spades is going down on this line of play. So could Declare have made this? I mean, it feels like there needed to be a way to make this contract. It didn't look like there were a ton of losers, but the club splitting badly was.
Well, where though they split badly, but they sort of do and sort of don't. What if he just played a club to the Jack or ten at some point, and
He
now he
might.
has four club tricks? That's probably good for him.
Well, but then he gets forced too many times. Because if you lose a club and you also lose two spades, you're just down.
Uh, yeah, I guess that's right
If you
because you
play a
have
club
a
and discard a
heart.
diamond, East just plays another heart. So it's the same thing. I mean, you're once
Yeah,
again forced to rough to come down to King, Queen, Doubleton of Spades, and um, you
yeah,
still get
and
two
yet
spade
it
tricks.
it really feels like there should be a way to make this hand.
I mean, I'm sure there was,
Yeah,
but Declare didn't find it, and which is maybe a little bit surprising given that you're basically playing double dummy. I mean, this three club bid exposes an enormous amount about the deal.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they also did not make it in the other table. Kind of King of Hearts lead that was ducked, but then a diamond and a diamond back.
Can't we make it now with
Yeah.
Arjun playing the club king? Yes. Yes, we can.
Yes.
Um, yeah, because now if it goes ace and a spade, Declare wins and the 10 of clubs cashes. And otherwise, Declare just has a high
Yeah.
cross ref. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Just ruff a club with the eight of spades and take either trick 12 or trick 13.
yep. You're going to roast him after the match?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Please do. This is this is exactly what I said we should not be doing. But no, it's totally justified. Well, 17 nothing. So the Indonesian team who was
Yes.
in second to last place is really fighting for their victory here against the US. Neither of these teams is going to qualify for the knockout stage.
I didn't see how far behind USA 2 was. Was it
A
substantial?
lot.
Yeah.
So South opens.
Yeah. Yeah, 26 victory points, so pretty hopeless. Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know whether Indonesia's a precision country, but been a natural club or a precision type 2 diamonds here.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was very curious over a two diamond bid. I mean, West should just pass.
Yep.
Um,
It opens
okay.
to Heart Precision.
Yeah, precision two heart bid. So basically the two
So,
diamond bid, but it's at the two
right.
heart level.
So, four spades.
I assume.
Tino asking. I mean, Tino asking maybe to get out 3-4-1-5.
Yeah, but you still want to play in four spades, I think.
It depends on the range, right? A partner could have that shape with a 10 count. Maybe your hand's not that promising. Opposite a stiff diamond where your king jack could. I don't know. I think anytime partner has four spades, I want to be in four spades. But if he might not, I'm not sure how optimistic I am about the north hand.
Sure, sure.
They lead a trump, and now our chances of taking 10 tricks seem kind of low. Yeah, he does spit four spades, so possibly optimistic, or possibly South was guaranteeing the shape. Yes, they probably play two diamonds multi to go along with this, is my guess.
Yeah. All right. East on lead. Normally, you lead trumps against these auctions.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think especially knowing the South is short in diamonds, you're going to protect anything. It's got to be the ace queen 10 of diamonds behind the diamond length.
I would think so. I mean, maybe East's idea could be to go ace and a diamond to try and, if partner has a singleton diamond as well, to try and promote trump tricks in partner's hand. That could be a theory.
Yeah, and diamonds could be 7-4-1-1 around the table. I mean, I think if I were going to do that, I might try starting with, try to bank two heart tricks and then see what happens next. Or even ace and another heart, possibly to, maybe make the 10 of spades into a useful card opposite, some holding like the one West actually has.
Sure. Yeah, that's not unreasonable. But I mean, I think generally a trump is going to be correct here. I don't like the singleton 10. That could easily be a trick otherwise if we don't lead it, but yeah, I mean, I think generally against these three suited auctions, just lead trumps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after he does try the heart, which I think is totally reasonable. I like after Michael's type bidding, you're often looking for a tap suit when you have short trumps, but here the opponents obviously are not worried about the strength of the trumpet.
Right. Yep. All right. Ace of
Yes, of
hearts
course,
and a
he
heart
says,
to the 10. Rough.
West encouraged hearts, and he says no reason to think that West length is as extreme as it is. So, what do you usually declare? Do you just, spade and a diamond? Do you draw a couple of rounds of trumps?
Hmm.
I mean, at this point, you could try to play the hand as a dummy reversal, rough a couple of hearts in the north hand, and if you can get two roughs, you don't even have to worry about finding the club, right? No, yeah, because I'll take. three clubs, four trumps and dummy. That's a further seven, and two roughs gets you up to 10.
Yeah. So given that it looks like the lead was from Ace Doubleton, East is much more likely than West to have three spades.
Mm-hmm.
So roughing two hearts in the north hand looks pretty unattractive. I think it's probably better to try and rough two diamonds in the south hand, which it looks like that's what Declare is going after.
Yeah.
So this isn't exactly going to work, but East does kind of get end played here. I think East really should just play back a low diamond pretty quickly. Okay, East switches to clubs, which makes Declare's life pretty easy.
Yeah, now we can just draw trumps.
Yeah. Yeah, you can pick up the club suit 100% of the time by just playing the ace on the next round. East would have led a singleton club, so East
Right.
must have at least two of them.
Right, and East is pretty unlikely to have a singleton club anyway after having short hearts and now short
Whoa,
spades.
my god! Oh my god. Okay, don't do that. That hurt. Oh no. Guys, please.
I think he just thought that it was inconceivable that East had underled the Queen of Clubs looking at King Jack 10-9, but I think thinking about East trick one problem.
Holy crap. Dude, why did the King of Clubs get played?
It seems like there was some chance that West would be roughing it.
Yeah, and if West rough, Declare was just gonna go down, right?
I guess that's true. That'd be the third defensive trick, and the Queen of Clubs that's now guaranteed to score would be the fourth.
Well, we made it. Well played. So 10 tricks.
Great job, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is obviously like what we're seeing this set is why, some people would not want to be on view graph, like, seeing some pretty serious errors by both sides here.
Yeah, yeah. East West don't really have a very good save. Not at these colors. Looks like four hearts might only make 8 tricks, so that would go for 500, and five diamonds has 9. If you pick up the diamond suit, that is, even. Actually, maybe you can't even do it. Maybe you only get 8 tricks in a diamond contract as well. Oh my god.
Let's see, in hearts, if they just tap dummy with a spade, things are kind of rough on Declare here.
Yeah,
now
that's
with the guaranteed
true, too.
trump
Okay,
loser
maybe
and
it's
no
even...
entries.
Yeah, it's probably much worse than 8 tricks in a heart contract. We've got a pretty big hand here from West. Open our longer suit. 1 heart.
Two diamonds flannery.
Yeah, you think so? I mean, it's a little bit
flattery.
heavy.
So if you're north, are you a two diamond bidder or a doubler? I'm a two diamond and a guy.
Yeah, 2 diamonds. I think quite stand out.
Yeah.
Holy crap, USA won 9 on that previous board. I'm scared to look, but I'm going in.
Well, you
Okay.
are correct about the prospects in four hearts. Well, possibly. I didn't see how the play went.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. All right. We'll also Declare misguessed the diamond in kind of a weird way. It went through rounds of clubs, and he pitched a diamond on it.
Whoops.
Ew. All right. Well, this. Yeah, the Declare did not distinguish himself.
Hey, declare N played them to score the last two trump tricks. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Well, no, but oof.
Yeah, that's like super yikes. All right, a heart, two
All
diamonds,
right.
pass, pass,
Well,
two spades. I like this.
yeah, yeah. So at least
Yeah. Um,
he couldn't quite scrape up a negative double over two diamonds, but now probably has a cubit possibly be.
would you have doubled two diamonds with the east hand?
I don't think so.
I think it's close. You have nothing wasted in diamonds, and you do have the big ace of hearts card. But yeah, the
Yeah,
spades are
I
pretty
mean eight
weak.
seven. If it went like a club, a heart overcall, of course I'd make a negative double because that just shows a response here. I want my hand to be a little better than it is.
Sure.
Also, having four diamonds means partner's always going to reopen,
Mm-hmm.
and when he doesn't, it's probably really good for us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thoughts on 2-0 from North?
Yeah, I mean, I think doing something is pretty attractive. You know, Tino probably shows exactly this shape in the minors.
What's the difference between that and three clubs? Because we're always bidding 2-0 over a heart with 5-5 or 6-5. Three spades by East.
Yeah, I do not like this bid. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, are we always bidding 2 no on 5-5? I guess on any hand that is bidding again now we are for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Kibbs, do you want to weigh on this?
Yeah, the difference between three
Yeah.
clubs and 2-0 by North. I mean, both of
I'm
them
gonna
give East the ability to bid three diamonds here, which I think is just a much stronger bid than three
actually
spades.
I'm going to text Glenn, who's very good in these positions, what he thinks the difference should be.
I mean, maybe one of them should be 7-4. That's
Yeah,
possible. Like, East has a huge hand here. Four card spade support. The Ace of Hearts is still a big card. I mean, we just have a maximum fitting hand at this point. Sure, the Queen of Clubs could have been the Queen of Spades, but then we would probably make a negative double in the first place. Five freaking clubs. No double? Bro. Now, is this making? Declare can rabbi the King of Diamonds. And is that enough to make it? It's cold question mark. I mean, sometimes you gotta put the fear of God into these people. You gotta start doubling them in contracts that they're making. Otherwise, they're just gonna always run. Maybe not with some tap issues. I mean, Declare can always make it, right? Declare could just rough this, play the ace of clubs, and then play a diamond to the ace. And then just start playing diamonds. So, like, you could make the contract. It is Jones cold, but I don't know if Declare will take that line of play. I mean, the Ace of Hearts lead gives a lot away. So maybe we do now play the Queen of Diamonds to the Ace. Because,
I mean, it does, although once East has a heart card like and four spades isn't one reason. Like he had sort of, as you say, enough strength to bid because you considered making the double. Wouldn't one reason why he wouldn't possibly be that he had wastage?
well, but like, we think that East has 5 spades, right? As North.
Yeah,
So the more
I guess that's
spades
true.
East has, the more likely it was that he was going to make a bid earlier. With the Ace of Hearts and the Diamond King, I mean, I think
Like
East is just doubling, right?
five little ace and one, king third, three little. That's probably a double.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this is just cold. Maybe Declare is going to make it.
Cash both minus suit aces like a little old lady, and
Yep.
lose two trump tricks, and that's it.
That's exactly it.
So four spades down two at the other table. How did this auction go for them? Uh, West opened a spade, which I do not care for at all.
Nope. And again, we get the 2 spade bid with 4 card support, but I mean, this is a little bit more justified. You don't really have a normal way to make a mixed raise on the East hand over 2 diamond
Right.
overcall.
I mean, even if you do by bidding three spades, which I chips, I don't think two spades in the yeah, the hand's just garbage. We don't really have that much hands. We have spades, which means if we have to compete to the three level, we're willing to. But two spades is often going to end the auction here.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, West bid 4 with their 6-5 in the majors,
Right.
just hoping that anything's going to go well, and everything was offside and spade split badly, so
Yeah.
down
Very
2.
much like use action in the other room. So
Wait, what happened here? Declared ducked a club? But, oh, they're still
yeah, that's
cold.
really yeah. Yeah, they're going to lose not the two clubs we thought they would lose, but nonetheless clubs.
Yeah, as long as Declared rejects the diamond hook. Um,
Well, if he cashes the ace of clubs now, he'll 100% get it right because he'll know East had ace of hearts, queen of clubs. There's no way East has the king of diamonds at that point.
that's true, yeah. But it is a bit dangerous to cash the club ace because if your plan was always to take a diamond hook, you might need that ace of clubs as an entry to rough the diamonds good. Like diamond hook, diamond to the ace, club to the ace, diamond rough, spade to the ace, run the diamonds.
Well, given what's happening with the heart taps, he's put himself in a position where he absolutely has to, lose no diamonds because he could just be going down a million.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, how I agree that club duck doesn't look great, but what's the alternative? Is it really just to cash the ace of diamonds immediately and hopefully you nailed it?
Well, what happens if we play a diamond to the ace and the king doesn't fall? And then we take a spade hook and pitch our diamond and rough the diamond suit good.
Right.
And then we play club to the ace. And then we start running diamond. That's just much better, isn't it?
Yeah, that does seem pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's true because we know 100% that the spade finesse is winning.
Yeah.
And we're still going to have to guess the diamond at that point, I think, because our entry position isn't great. No, I guess it is, right? Because we haven't cashed the ace of clubs yet, so we just rough a diamond. If we need to rough another diamond, the ace of clubs and rough a diamond and still have um, mm, maybe that's not good enough, actually.
I mean, we'll have to guess who has the diamond king, but we will always be in a position where we can make the contract, right? And we'll probably just play West for 4-6-2-1 shape with the diamond king.
Yeah, I think if West is 4-5-3-1 with the King of Diamonds at that point, I don't, but maybe nothing was ever going to be that good on that layout.
Yeah, but that's just not a possible shape, right? On this auction.
I'm not sure why not.
Well, East would just raise one heart to two hearts.
Oh, right, because we've seen the Ace of Hearts already. Yeah, or a bit of no trump.
Well, there's a two diamond overcall. I mean, East would just bid two
Oh, right, right,
hearts.
right. There's,
So West has
yeah,
to have
good
at
point.
least six hearts. And
Yeah,
exactly six, given.
right.
Well, anyway, I mean, East has to have at most two hearts, is basically the idea. So West has
Well,
six of
meanwhile,
them.
this hand is kind of totally falling apart here for Declare.
Oh yeah, no, this is just super dead. I mean, he's only
Well,
gonna
he
go down
started.
one, but it is not going well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that diamond hook was not the play.
Well, no, I mean, he's not going down only one, right? He's in five clubs.
Yeah, you just rough. Oh, you lose. I'm sorry, I forgot. We lost the king of diamonds as well. Yeah, he loses two more club tricks. Ace of clubs, diamond to the ace, spade to the ace, run the diamonds, pitching hearts.
Well, wait a second. Is
I'm
that?
waiting.
I don't think that's right. So spade to the ace, diamond, east roughs, and plays. There's still another heart loser, isn't?
No, East has to follow to too many diamonds.
Oh, right. Yeah. So I guess he can't do anything now anyway. Whatever he has with, Declare's got the rest of the Queen of Clubs. Yeah, still, this will be nine imps to the Americans, right?
Yeah, nine
Down
imps.
200 at each table.
So they're back on top in the match.
Hey, Bridge Overlord, what are you doing up? Isn't it like 5 a.m. in your time zone?
3 a.m., I think, right?
Oh, for some reason I thought that he was central.
I think West Coast.
Ah,
But he's been putting in the
Seattle.
hours to follow the junior trials. West has a good hand. Pass, pass, pass. I guess we'll find out. 2-0, one club. We'll see. Two clubs? Man, I would love to see two clubs.
Yeah, I mean, and I think if they're playing inverting two clubs into, I don't know how popular that inversion is. I like it.
Oh, maybe South is going to open in third seat. South is like thinking about it. The unfavorable third seat flat opening bid. I don't know about
Well,
this.
yeah, this I really hate playing precision. I mean, he obviously didn't do it. Playing precision, like, what's the point, right? If your side was going to preempt, partner could have done it.
All right, 2 now, probably some sort of Stamen bid. They get to
One
four
diamond isn't even
hearts.
lead directing.
Yeah. And this is just easy? Is that what's going on? You have to lose a heart, a spade, and a diamond?
Yeah. Doesn't seem like there's anything beyond that with everything splitting. That 10-9 of hearts. It can't really do the defense any good. There's just no way to promote it. This will be the first push after Scoreboard for the smallest swing with six imps.
Yeah, now I think it is important to note that Declare might be able to play very carefully here to avoid having to take two spade finesses. Um, so we'll probably see a second diamond here go to the jack and king. And then if South, I mean, I'm not going to call it a mistake, but if South exits a trump, Declare actually can pull two more rounds of trumps and then needs to be very careful about how they play the club suit. They need to go ace, king of clubs, and then club to the king. Or club to the queen, I mean,
Yeah.
to end the third round of clubs and dummy. And with the clubs splitting 3-3, Declare can then just run the spades.
Yeah, and if they didn't, then he could still just run the jack of spades, and if it turned out North was along four clubs, you can always fall back on that second spade finesse.
Exactly, yeah. But it doesn't really help you um, to be able to take four club tricks if the jack came down doubleton because you don't have a useful
Right.
discard anyway. So, dude,
I mean, you would hear where they didn't cast the diamond.
yeah, why have they forgotten to cash the diamond? What's going on?
Well, they forgot to do that, and the Clara forgot to cast the clubs.
That's true. Oh no, Kai's.
Well, I guess, in fact, casting the clubs wouldn't really help because his entry position is messed up after, because he's in the west hand, you rough a diamond to run the spade, but now dummies out of both trumps and entries, North actually the diamond, and they get a second spade trick.
Yeah, but like he could have prevented going down if the king queen of spades were offside here
Yes,
by
yes,
by cashing the clubs and then just exiting a diamond.
right.
Oh no, team. What are we doing? So now what's the play? Are we match pointing this? Are we playing a club to the queen and running the 10 of spades? Or are we just playing a spade to the ace and then cashing the club to pitch a diamond?
um, uh, don't run this. Come on, buddy. All right.
Okay, okay. Four hearts making four. Well played. First push of the set. $22. So we're three boards to go. Ooh, this time East has a big hand. 5-5 in the minors.
You're supposed let's see. And they can obviously make a lot of some minus two contract. Can they make six clubs? I guess not. That diamond is just too big a problem.
Hmm. Um. I wonder if the issue is actually the 5-1 club split because North has both majors, but I guess there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Yeah, but can't they just knock out the entries to the west hand? Like lead a spade, and then you have to get the heart right. Stranded. Even if clubs were 3-2, the hand would be dead.
Well, if they lead a spade, two hearts can go away, but then the 5-1 club split is a huge problem.
Oh, right.
Um,
Yes, that's true. Well, as is the 6-2 spade split.
right, yes. Yeah, good point. Okay, you know what? This is silly. I'm done engaging on six clubs. A diamond, a heart, two clubs to start things off. I mean, West has a 17 count. Jumps to 3 now.
Yeah, so this is one also where Gazzelli might be helpful if he's three clubs to show a hand like that. That two club rebid in a standard context is so wide ranging.
Well, would people normally play Gazilli after a diamond opener?
Uh, I guess I would have thought yes. Oh,
Hmm.
maybe not.
All right. Ten of spades
Yeah,
lead.
yeah. I guess maybe that's true. I haven't played it in so long. I wasn't thinking about. So this one, I guess, is pretty easy, huh?
Yeah, it's just going to be all about over tricks. I suppose we just duck a diamond now. I mean, a diamond to the ace and a diamond back is like technically better in that suit itself, but that does kind of prematurely remove one of our entries to the east hand. Not sure that it matters much, but
Like to pick up a singleton, queen jack or ten in the south hand. Is that the idea?
yeah. All right, heart back around to the jack. Now declare just claims. Declare just claims. You didn't need the diamonds to split. Okay, 11 tricks. 2 boards to go in this matchup. How are the juniors doing, though, by the way? Because that's an important question. We'll see.
Well, they're all juniors. Which ones are you talking about?
The the U-26. So, in our
Wow.
big matchups, Poland against Israel, which both those teams are probably qualified for the top 8. Poland is currently up by 8 over Israel. So they're back up in 3rd place in the standings. And France over England. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry,
What's
British
happening there?
fans. Um,
How bad is it?
it is 28-0 in favor of France.
Uh,
So England has fallen. They're now almost a full match out of 8th place in the standings. They're back by 16 VPs. And China continues the
yeah.
dominance. I mean, France is still in the lead with this thrashing of England, but China's still comfortably in 2nd. They're defeating Denmark currently.
So meanwhile, here, 48 imps in the first 6 boards.
Oh my God. 6 no, down 1. The other table, a precision diamond opener, a heart by West. North came in 2 spades. I mean, I don't hate the bid. 3 clubs by East. Key card by West. I'm sorry, what? You have a flat 17 with all of your wasted values in the opponent's suit, and your partner opened a limited opening bid. This key
Yeah.
card is wild. 5 spades, 2 with the queen. 6 no by West. Ambitious.
Yeah, and Wes knew that his 3 little diamonds were bad, right? Like, you have a diamond fit, but not the one that you want.
Right? Yeah. Oh, Matt thinks maybe
Meanwhile,
4-0 was quant. I mean, but
yeah, I think so.
but your partner's a precision open. Okay, fine,
Yeah.
fine. You know what? You're right. You're right. It's not the worst bid I've ever seen. Um, I think it's
You have
definitely a little bit ambitious in the limited opening context.
yeah, you have 17, and you need partner to have the right maximum to make a slam. Like he could have the queen of diamonds to go with, but no reason why he should have as much as he held.
Right? Yeah.
So meanwhile, here I don't like North's 1 diamond playing precision. If you couldn't open a strong no trump of these colors, I think a lot of precision pairs could. I would open a club and upgrade this to 1 no trump. I don't like showing this the same way I would if I were an ace going to queen lighter.
Yeah, wait, what? Are we certain that North South are playing precision at this table? I think they are in the other room because we've seen precision
Maybe they're
options.
not. I mean, it's possible. They had that two hard opening, which is too hard, but maybe they just like having the three bid available, and it's in a non-precision context. But that would be kind of weird.
Oh, you're
So,
so right. Yeah, I mean, there was the two hard opener, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe they are a precision pair. I do agree that, like, this is. It's very strange because the North hand is just like a pretty clear one club opener. I mean, it's a very good 16 count.
yeah, and precision players usually don't like to deviate from the system requirements, but I don't know. I mean, once you're treating it as a balanced hand, I think you have a little more leeway.
Yeah, yeah.
But meanwhile, the Claire is in what pretty good shape here, right? Did I miscount his tricks? He was two diamonds, two hearts in the club. Yeah, so he was on the diamond finesse.
Yep.
Man, missed a loser somewhere and thought he had it made. Alrighty. The last board of the set here.
Yeah, I wonder how we're going to get a double digit swing on that previous one, but I think they'll show us soon. I'm excited to find out.
Pass, one, no, double, all pass.
It, I hope so. Is it that bad? I mean, one no
Declare
double
has,
makes, right? That makes with an
it makes an
overtrick.
over trick. Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean, that
casting
would
the
only
first
be
nice big
five
tricks and that's that.
imps. Oh my god.
Oh, I suppose.
Oh god. Oh no, my side. Okay, the five imps came up at exactly the time. Hold on. Nope, never
Oh
mind.
my
It
god,
was
it was.
two
Oh.
spades making two. Oh, actually, it would have been more because it would have been 380. I counted for 280. But
Oh, right, because they're vulnerable. I was wondering if West was going to open two diamonds, and then I decided not even to because it's so sick.
oh no, my boy, Arjun, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
This
I
is
forget
this
what
is just
Arjun's
classic
doing.
Junior Bridge.
Well, South had just bid four hearts here, I think. But it's not great. Well,
I mean, what are you
he's got
supposed
two
to do
states.
as South? I would love for double to be penalty. It just isn't.
Well, you could pass and bank on partner reopening again with his diamond.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, like partner's guaranteed to have a diamond void here, so of course he'll reopen.
And we could just bid four hearts here, and yeah, I it's going to be touch and go with the spade position so unfavorable as reasonable single dummy chances, especially if East West had not been so aggressively. I think he's going to know that the diamond position is not going to allow. But if East West had stayed silent, just roughing the third round of diamonds gives you a claim even with two spade losers.
Yeah. Now I wonder how he's going to approach the play. And I wonder if there's actually any way to make this. Because if you lead the queen of diamonds, like let's say you go ace of spades, queen of diamonds, West can duck. And now to establish the diamond rough, you have to play a diamond before you play two rounds of hearts. Otherwise, West could win the diamond ace and clear the heart suit.
I don't think there's any way to make it on this layout. Like I was wondering, can you play for a dummy reversal and rough three clubs in the south hand since they split, and like a spade and three hearts and dummy and three roughs and a diamond and a club that is not 10 trick.
I think we make it double dummy. Um,
You
I
think we
think
make it
the
double
idea
dummy
is
even
that,
after that lead?
yeah, I think the idea is that East is going to come under pressure in the black suits. So if he goes after trying to rough a diamond, it's not going to work. But if we, because basically we end up strip squeezing East without the count, because they have the king queen of clubs. I don't know if this is the only line of play though. I'm trying to look for something else, and I'm kind of wondering like what the alternative is, because I've come to the conclusion. I mean, we know diamonds are 5-2, so roughing a
Right.
diamond just doesn't work. And this whole plan of like pulling 2 rounds of trumps before trying to establish a diamond rough isn't going to work. So it might be that the only thing we can do is to play for this like weird strip squeeze against East.
What is club spots?
Well, now it's
Give us any
cold.
trouble here? Yeah. Now it's cold.
Yeah, because West roughed. So now we can just pull 2 rounds of trumps and then rough a diamond.
Right. Well, and also now we don't need to rough a diamond.
Yeah, this ace of diamonds play is not it from West, but it just didn't matter at that point. Um, I think we were making 4 hearts. Okay, hold on. Let me figure this out. Does someone want to pay me to analyze a hand after? Because, well, I think 4 hearts is double dummy cold on a spade lead. I don't know. It gets a little complicated. If East had won that spade and played
A
back the
little.
club king,
It gets a little complicated.
it definitely gets okay. It's a lot complicated. If East had won the spade lead and what the fuck happened here? No, guys. But
Check out the other table. All right, I will check out the other table.
no, don't do it. It's gonna hurt.
I was gonna say, why did I think that was a good?
This this is a bad plan. Um, Ace of Hearts lead. So what happened? 2 spades, spades and a minor. 2-no Lebensal into 4 hearts. Wild. 4-no by West, having not bid over the 2 spade bid. Double, 5 clubs double. Is this making or something? Like, what's going on? North South have cashed 2 hearts. They still have the club ace and the spade ace. They still have a diamond trick. They're definitely going to score the jack of clubs. So this is what, like 800 or something? At least. Maybe it's worse.
Is it really that bad?
I mean, is this going to be like 1100? Hold on. Like, so what's declared?
1100. You think North South can take 5 more tricks from this point?
Well, they're definitely getting a diamond, a spade, and 2 clubs. At least.
I guess. All right, that's 4.
So now a club switch. Good defense from North. I mean, maybe ace and a club was better, but... So diamond, South will split. I don't know why South is thinking. Oh my god. Okay, diamond to the ace. Now spade? So ace and a club. ace and a club.
Yeah, this is weird. Like, yeah,
Ah.
he has to know the club position. He spit a two-suited overcall.
All right, now Declara does get to cross-ref a bunch of things. And the Jack of Spades actually takes a trick, right? No, no, no. No, I guess North gets the rest. You rough in, pull trumps, and the Queen of Spades is good.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Yes,
down
you're right.
5,
Yeah, 5.
1100.
Yeah, you nailed it. Sticks and
So,
wheels.
so wait, was 1400 in the picture earlier? If North had gone ace in a club, or no? I guess it didn't matter.
Yeah, well, this match was the kind of junior thing that we all showed up for. 65 imps and 8 boards, including
I
an 1100
I know, yeah, we paid
and,
to see
and an
this.
800, right?
This is great.
Was there? Yeah, there was an 800 on board 19, 1100 here. Just totally normal set for the juniors.
Okay, now importantly,
Opt- Optimistic 6 no Trump. Like, this match had everything.
like it really did. Well, we didn't have playing in the opponent's slam fit. Like the 3 spades doubled from the previous match, but let's see. All right, these are our current standings. Oh my god. What happened to China? Denmark made a comeback. Ooh. France is way out in the lead now. They had they're
Whoa.
blitzing England. Oh, disaster.
So I don't know who the full French squad is, but I believe it includes Leo Rambo. Obviously, it's become one of the top open players.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not familiar with any of the other names on the French team, but they're killing it.
Yeah, nor am I.
But yeah, so China slipped. I mean, they're still in second. Once again, I think these top 4 teams seem relatively comfortable. USA 1 is up in 5th, having a solid showing against Thailand in this segment. Thailand down in 18th place. USA 2 is down in 7th. Sweden in 6th, Italy in 8th, and there's a little bit of a gap here between 9th and 10th. But Netherlands and Italy currently duking it out, as well as USA 1, 2, and Sweden for those last 4 spots. Okay, what's the deal with this 4-heart hand? Very important.
Yeah, I see. There's like 9 teams competing for 8 spots, really. The Hong Kong team is going to need a very good remainder of the event to make up those 15 VEEPs.
Right. So let's say... Wait, why are there 2 norths?
Why are there 2 norths? That is a good question. They have a great spade fit. I don't know.
Hold on, I can fix this. Okay, there, I fixed it. Okay, so 8 of spades lead to the 10 and jack. So let's say East return... I think the king of clubs is most challenging, but let's suppose East just nonchalantly returns a heart. So we win. We lead the queen of diamonds, which has to get ducked. If West wins, we can pull a second trump, rough the diamond in dummy. So West has to duck the queen of diamonds. Now we pull another trump. And now we play another diamond. So now West has to win and pull a third trump. Because if they don't, we can once again rough our diamond. So now I'm claiming that East is somehow getting thrown in. Is that what I'm claiming? I think so.
Yes, and I was wondering whether West club spots could make that a challenge for declare.
So we play the six of hearts. West can, of course, pitch a diamond on this trick. We will throw club. East can't afford to pitch a spade, because if they do, we can just duck a spade. So East has to pitch a club. We play our last heart. West can't pitch a diamond, so West pitches a club. We also throw a club. And once again, East is forced to keep 3 spades, so they have to come down to 2 clubs. Well, if they pitch the 9 of clubs, the rest becomes very easy for us.
We just play ace in the club.
Well, we cash the jack of diamonds to pitch a spade first, yes, but then we play ace in a club, throwing East in.
Oh, right, because we're now in our hand for the last time, yeah.
Right. So if East pitches the 9 of clubs, that happens. But if they pitch the queen of clubs, it's equally the same, right? So once again, we just cash the jack of diamonds, pitch a spade. East throws a spade, and now we go club to the ace. If East continues unblocking, our jack of clubs wins. So East has to get thrown in with the king of clubs to lead a spade into dummy. I mean, we could equally at this point go spade to the ace, queen of spades exit, and score the ace jack of clubs. So this is what happens if East doesn't attack our entry in the club ace. So after spade to the 10, jack, and I'm not convinced Declare needs to stick in the 10 of spades at trick 1, but I think this makes the end position simpler. I think East's only challenging defense is to return the club king. All right. So now what? Do we still make this?
Well, we have to win this.
Yeah. We have to win this trick, otherwise a spade ruff and then the ace of hearts would defeat the contract.
Ace of diamonds, but yeah.
Yeah, ace exactly. Of diamonds. Okay, so now we don't have communication in the club suit, meaning that we can't just take the same line of play we just did, because we can't then exit in clubs to East at the end of play, because we don't have entry to the ace of clubs. So instead, can we ruff all of the clubs in the south hand? I'm not really suggesting a dummy reversal. I'm thinking more, can I just strip East of their clubs suit? So if I ruff a club, I lead a diamond, West has to duck, I win the queen. I ruff a club.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I think we're entry short to the north hand after that spade lead.
Is that true?
We can't cross in spades because they can ruff, although maybe that's what happened at the other table.
If they ever ruff a spade, then we can just ruff a diamond, and we can pull trumps and ruff a diamond. So
yeah, but if we cross in spades, now that kills our plan to end play East.
We might just be able to take enough tricks, though, right? Is that no?
So we can start by crossing in we can start by leading the 2 of diamonds to cross there. No, but we need a second diamond trick to.
Yeah. So the problem with leading a diamond, I guess, is that West will be able to go ace into diamond later to promote a trump trick. So we can't lead a diamond immediately, because if, like, for example, if we play a diamond to the queen and then we continue this process of club ruff, and now we lead a spade, West can foil our plan. West can ruff in here which looks like it kind of solves our problems for us, because now if we could pull 2 rounds of trumps, we can ruff a diamond. But then they go ace of diamonds and a diamond, promoting the jack 10-9 of heart. Oh no, this doesn't work.
No, we can rock queen.
Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. So yeah, what does West do on this trick? I guess they have to pitch a club. So we win the ace. But now we can't ruff a club with the 6 of hearts.
Right.
Okay, so it looks like this line of play doesn't work. Let's step back for a second. After the king of clubs goes around to the ace. So can we make it? Maybe the answer is no.
I mean, well, then I think going back, if we can't make it after this start, could we have made it just?
Yeah, we would have to win the ace of spades at trick 1, I guess.
And I'm not 100% sure that that's good enough, but it doesn't feel. It feels like this defends the end for us.
Yeah, this defense is quite strong. So
and while you do that, what time is the next set? It starts at
the next set. I think this is their lunch break.
Yeah, it actually says 1:40 local, and it is 12:35 now. So there's a little more than an hour to the set.
Right.
All right. Well, I think in that case, I'm actually going to do a little bit of work since we've got an hour. If you'd like me back for the next set, I'm available. If you had someone else or going back to sleep, just let me know.
Sounds good. I'm gonna try and stay up and stream some. So if you're back,
cool. All right, I will.
Sounds.
I'll see you in an hour.
Sweet. Okay. Bye. All right. So are we making this? That is the important question. Also, I should probably get something to eat. I'm a little bit hungry. So the problem is, if we try kind of the same line of play that we did previously, which was to pull 2 rounds of trumps, and then play a diamond. So West wins, they have to play a 3rd round of trumps, otherwise we can ruff our diamond loser. We don't have entries to ruff the club suit good, so East can just throw all their clubs. And we never get to end play them. Wait a second. No, we're just cold. No, we're just cold here. We just run the 5 of spades to East, and East is end played in the black suits. No, this is just very simple. East can't lead a club away from the queen, and they can't lead a spade away from the king. No, this is just very easy. Okay, I was looking for something more complicated. But yeah, because East doesn't have a 3rd diamond, like they promised for their 3 diamond bid, that's their fault. We can just duck a spade to them. So, okay, going all the way back then, after a spade goes to the 10 and jack, Is there anything East can do? I don't think so. Yeah, I think the hand is just over. Four hearts just absolutely cold. No way for the defense to cause much of a problem. And if he switches to the king of clubs, the club queen is going to be marked anyway. If he doesn't switch to the king of clubs, then the line of play, I think, is a little bit more complicated, but that strip squeeze should be Declare's first thought, I would imagine. And what does Gibb say? Does Gibb think I'm right? We'll find out. Come on, Gibb. Work faster. There we go. 8 of spades to the 10 jack. And then let's see if Gibb finds the line of play on a heart return. Heart return? Is Gibb going to come up with the same line of play? Maybe there's something different. I wonder how many of these plays were necessary. Like leading the queen of diamonds, obviously West's best defense is to duck, and then exactly 2 rounds of hearts before playing a second diamond. Because I think if we pull 3 rounds of trumps before playing a second diamond, West can kill things by switching to clubs. Like here, queen of diamonds, West ducks, and now if we pull 2 more rounds of trumps before playing, I think Gibb is going to tell us that the king of hearts will lead to defeat. I'm not certain of that, but yeah. Yeah, so a lot of lines of play are forced here. If you want to make it, you have to be very careful about how you handle the play. But you can do it. Because the issue here is now we've kind of lost the ability to force West to do our bidding for us. Like, we need this ace of clubs entry to pull off the strip squeeze because East hasn't squandered the king or queen of clubs. So in this spot, for example, like East pitches a spade, now we play the king of diamonds, but West gets to win. And since they aren't required to play back a third trump to prevent the diamond ruff, they can just switch to clubs. Nothing we can do. Gotta go up with the ace. I guess not entirely true. Like, we could stick in the jack, but then East will just continue clubs. But gotta go up with the ace, and now we're just kind of short on entries to pull off this squeeze against East. So 4 hearts, making 4. It was always cold. I never should have doubted